how long.
I could never stop talking about things that shit me.
Are we on?
Yeah, we are now. Welcome back to the
I,
2 months.
I got one.
Go on. What's
Fucking
something that shits you?
Airbnb.
Yeah.
Right.
Once upon a time when it first started, good thing. Easy, cheaper.
Well, it's certainly
get-
not cheaper now.
No, but once upon a time.
Yeah.
And the check-in was a fucking breeze.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing these interstate overnight,
Yeah.
pulling up somewhere at 3 a.m., no, I do not want to go to a 24-hour 7-Eleven
Lock
down
up.
the street.
Yeah.
And pick shit up.
Punch in a fucking Morse code to get a key in a no stopping zone, and then backtrack 10 minutes to the fucking Airbnb where you have to do an escape room just to get the front door.
I love the idea of it being Morse code.
Fucking
I like the idea of an escape
ludicrous.
room trying to get into the house.
And then the same on the exit, and it's fuck yeah, I'm done. I'm in a hurry to get to a wedding. The key will be in the door.
There used to be a
The cleaner should have a key. So
up at the bay. I don't know if it even still works anymore. I shouldn't name the company. There was a company, I don't even know if they're in Newcastle anymore, but they had a run where they were obviously they weren't Airbnb, but they were taking a run at like managing
Days.
holiday properties.
yeah,
And when you did one up at the bay, I did it a couple of times where, you know, before you get into the bay, the footy field and stuff's on your left. As you go the roundabout that'll take you to left to Salamander, or you go straight to the bay, and then there's the bunch of footy field, the pool. There's the pool, the footy field, the slides up the back of that.
yeah.
And then just next to that, there was like a shipping container. And with a car park next to it. And so this company, ran it, and you would basically pull up, go inside the shipping container where there was a big touch screen and it was full of lockers. And then you basically had to like escape room it,
Yeah.
number, and a door would click open and your keys would be in it. I used it twice on trips up there. Didn't work correctly once.
Yeah.
And there would be at least 10 people lined up trying to get keys for, because everyone's turning up on a Friday Arvo or they're dropping keys up on a Sunday Arvo. Just people lined up trying to muddle their way through the fucking thing to get a key. To then go into and then go and find your house in the bay somewhere.
I had another one. It was in Melbourne, and for one, I parked in the wrong fucking car space.
That sounds like that's
and
not
then
their
some
fault.
cockhead parked me in, left a note on the windscreen to called him, and he's like, "Oh well, I'm out, so you'll just have to wait a few hours."
Whoa.
I said it was a mistake.
Are you in the cruiser?
I had it.
Were you in the cruiser?
I didn't have the bull bar on it.
Oh, I was going to say it would have been straight over top of it.
Yeah. Anyway, the instructions and the parking, it was all in fucking hieroglyphics. Couldn't read the thing. So I parked in 34. But it was B34. I should have been in C34, different level. Anyway, he was a fucking asshole, and I didn't ring him on private. So he fucking Googled me number.
Yeah,
Right.
And I said,
review.
mate, I need to leave here in 5 minutes. If you're not back, then I will
gonna
be
drive
driving
over to your
over
car.
you. Anyway, he goes, well, that's fine because I've got your details and I will be posting this online or something.
I go, hey, good.
So the easiest thing would have been to drive over him, but instead I could do a 9-point turn and get out just.
Yeah.
But the same thing, there was like 9 keys on the fucking keychain, and it said nowhere in the thing that you had to use this one or not that one.
Yeah.
So there were different, I don't know how the fuck it worked, but anyway, tapped this card on the door, didn't work. Tapped it again, didn't work. Lockout. Got to wait 45 minutes. And I could not get into the fucking thing. And then because they're all off, like I fucking hate it.
Well, and
so now I bought a caravan, so I don't have to deal with this shit.
I'm sleeping in a swag on this weekend's wedding. Not looking forward to it. But,
Just so you don't have to do Airbnb.
It's also in a place called Putty. You would know
Oh,
where
yeah.
Putty is, right?
Buddy.
yeah, we know
fun.
everyone knows where Putty is.
Yeah.
I don't know where Putty is. I'm not from around here.
Okay.
It's like inland, right? Another hour and a half inland.
No, it's out towards Singleton and then up the Putty Road, surely.
Yeah.
Works. Anyway, I'm there. Swagging
Where
this
what's
weekend.
the venue?
It's not a venue. It's literally just
Oh,
like a
somebody's
block
property.
of land, and we're big lesbian bush doof.
Yeah, right.
Going to be an awesome
I
weekend.
don't know if they like their vaginas referred to like that, but anyway.
It'll be fantastic. I'm super keen for it.
Clip that, Lincoln.
Get out. Yeah, bush.
Lesbian
bush was too
sex
easy.
is just lesbian bush stuff.
Yeah. I told Harren this the other
That's
day, and I'm sure this couple, like, they're not naming them or whatever, but it was just an elopement. 2 girls, blah blah blah. And they wanted to do scissor paper rock for the vows.
I know exactly.
No, well,
It took me half a
we've
second.
talked about it before. He makes the joke, where he goes, "Oh, we're now going to do
Scissors.
but I didn't do it. But so we did the legal bits, and then I said, we had their vow books. I go, right, who's going to go first? And they go, we're going to do scissor paper. Oh, we're going to go scissor paper rock. I go, do it. Anyway, and so the guests at this place are, slightly removed. They're probably here to that back wall away. So if you're whispering to each other, they can't hear anyway.
Yeah.
But they go, 1, 2, 3, boom, and they both go scissors, and then they go again, and one goes scissors, one goes rock, and that thing. And I said, and I had the vow books in my hand, and I said, just before we start, just before we start, I'm just going to whisper something to you, and I put the thing up in front of my mouth so everyone couldn't see me. I said, couldn't help but notice you both went scissors to start, and they were like, what? Oh, my God. Oh. And then one of them goes, and you'll notice I never changed from scissors either. I go, I did. Very good. But the best part was the videographer, because it's only small elopement, I don't use the mic. So I have a
lapel on you.
I just put his little recorder in my top pocket. And I said, the best part is none of you guests heard any of that, but it's all recorded out of my pocket.
Perfect. Love it.
Yeah.
You do that every single go. The whole ninja vows.
The whisper.
Whisper vows.
Whisper with the rings, yeah. Which gets them every time.
Mate,
classic.
Have you got... We've been supplying all the material here. Have you got anything?
Me or him?
No, him. No, you've got heaps. I've seen your list. Can I just say I really like that umbrella tattoo on your leg?
It was from a groom from my hardest wedding I've ever done, and I made him tattoo me about how shit his wedding was.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome.
Fucking hell.
So, yeah, that was from a groom. I've had another one on my leg from... Yeah, I got a few every single wedding I've been to where they've been tattoo artists, they've tattooed me.
That's
so
sick.
that's another one from another groom, and then I got one on my leg here that's from a bride that's a tattoo artist.
Yeah, right.
So
That's awesome.
I collect them every time I find out I got a tattoo artist couple. I get one off them.
Not at the wedding.
I've had one at a wedding.
Oh, cool.
There's one happening. There's a wedding happening this weekend where they got a tattoo artist. Very illegal.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing it in Australia. But
yeah.
How's it illegal?
Well,
It's
because you've
not
got to be in
meant
a
to be.
licensed venue.
Yeah.
A a tattoo parlor, they're licensed to do tattoos.
Ah.
You can't
It's really weird in Australia. In UK, it's a big trend that you'll literally just get a tattoo artist in doing
Yeah,
flash.
I've seen...
Fuck Australia's backwards.
So, in some things, in other things, not because... Well, the difference is in the UK, you can't just get married. Like here, we could be doing a wedding right now. In the UK, there's only certain places you can do weddings, or otherwise you've got to go to the registry, get your license, get married there, and then you can do a ceremony
right.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
I would love if
believe
tattoo artists are at weddings more.
Yeah.
I'd be so
Oh,
sick.
so
I
sick.
would be covered.
I did a wedding where the couple just recently... I've done two. One where they did have one,
Yeah.
which was obviously
not
a bit
mention anything,
going. But another one where we had the ceremony and then they went and they basically had their couple photos.
Hell yeah, that's
Were at
sick.
the tattoo thing, and they were there for a couple of hours getting a couple of little tattoos each, and then they came back to the reception.
I love
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What do you got?
So go on.
How far is the Fernley 15?
15.
Yeah.
15 Ks. I don't know what that is.
Dill asked.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what the Fernley is.
I assume
or
it's a
anything,
walk or
but
a run.
Yeah.
There's a track that
But
used to be an old train
We were
line.
talking about it the other night.
Runs from Adamstown to Belmont.
Yeah.
It's 15 kilometres.
Great.
That was the question Dill asked the other night.
How long is a Fernley 15? And they do a run, and it's called the Fernley 15.
Yeah, fair.
That'll do me. Oh, no. I had a fucking cracker at a wedding. Roma Orchard, out at...
Nope.
Omerdale.
I don't know where that is. Do you know where that is?
Omerdale.
Yeah.
Is that like Armadale?
No, it's...
It's OMA. OMA.
Fuck me, what's the other venues out that way?
I have no idea.
Hang on, I'll find
Roma
it.
Orchard.
There's another town.
I've never heard of
Close.
any of these things you're
No.
saying to me.
It's like back of Barrington Tops. Moon and Flat.
Oh, Moon and Flat.
Yeah. Is it Moon Ann?
Yeah.
Are you sure? They go like 10 minutes past the Moon Ann pub.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the...
So for people playing at home, you can get onto the Barrington Tops two ways. You can drive up through Gloucester and that way. You can go up to Scone and through Moon and Flat and then
Yeah.
up that way.
What's the green cider? What's the brand?
Fuck to find, eh?
Oh, like Hills?
Tils's. Yeah, I think it's like the Tils's
Right.
neck of the woods or something.
Okay.
It was on the website. Anyway, this fucking sick venue. Like, it's like a little cottage thing. I don't actually know what the reception center's like. I only did the ceremony. I've only done ceremonies there. But like they've got this like, you know, perfect tree rows and did under the trees, whatever.
Right.
But such like top 5 weddings of all time. Great crowd, super cash. Walked into bride's prep, and the mum's there, and she's like just ripping into the daughter, but you can tell like that's their banter.
Yeah, cool.
And she's like helping the daughter put her shoes on, and she goes, "Oh, you got feet like me, darl." She goes, "Do I?" "Yeah, they're fucking ugly." And then she goes, because you know she's quite close to the bride, and you better go and have a quick fucking tub. You smell like you look like a real wife, or you smell like a fish wife. And that was like
That's
first
funny.
turned up
That's
listening
funny.
to this, and I was like, this is going to be a good vibe. But honestly, like just crowd wise, fucking insane.
Yeah.
And met the third Monty.
The
fun
so you were
guy.
messaging me beforehand.
Yeah, so that was that one.
So I get this message. I'll fucking find it,
You're
right?
being replaced.
No. I've met this guy before, so we talked about it on the podcast very
Does
briefly.
he look like you two?
No.
In any way?
No, his background is probably Indian, I think.
He got a good tan compared to us.
An
Yeah.
Indian Monty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
You should have him on the pod.
no, well, because they
Actually, we talked about the name, and he got the shits because he's like, it's not even after anything fucking cool. I asked Dad, and it was some
cricket.
general in World War II.
Oh,
And
yeah.
And I only knew that
Montgomery.
because of because of some. It was either Blackadder or
Yeah,
Thin Blue Line or like one
yeah.
of my British comedy shows I watch all the time.
No, but
Referenced
I'll find Harron's message here where he sent me this message and I was like, I've either had a stroke because often, if you probably haven't listened to so many episodes, but often he'll say something and I'm like, is this gay slang for something? Like, I don't know what this means. So he sent me this message that goes, so I might say, I haven't had a text from him for over a week at this stage, right?
Yeah, okay.
So there's no context. There's no
Yeah.
Saturday morning, 9:00. Do you forage for saphies at the Wattigans with Kaz and Jesse? And
I'm assuming that's a mushroom. I do. That's.
I mean, the foraging
when the word
part-
forage. That's the only thing I
correct.
can think.
Saffron.
But I said,
yeah.
is this gay slang? Like, so I've got no point of reference. That's I wake up to that message and I go, what?
Because at 9 a.m. on Saturday, I'm writing that, that ceremony.
Yeah, to be honest, I wasn't waking up. I was also writing a ceremony
and
when you
they
messaged
just
me.
referenced, and then
No,
our
he
good
said
friend,
today's-
our good friend Monty introduced us
Yeah, he
to
said today's
saffron.
couple mentioned their good mate Monty introducing the mushroom foraging, and I said, it's the other Monty. That's his jam. He does
He's a country
like-
boy.
No. He's
He's got an Insta called The Fun Guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I
I
love
be
that.
botanical, but he calls himself a fun. But yeah, he takes people out and will teach them and
What?
all
Yeah.
this sort of stuff. And the reason I met him was I was at there's a
I wonder
coffee
if he
van,
took Aaron.
coffee
Yeah,
van.
topical.
Cut that out, Lincoln. I don't know that we should link his business with that.
He just said Aaron. He didn't tie anything else
I think
in.
there should be a big
Yeah.
there should be a
Best
big
mate-
gap
friend of the
between
pod,
those two
Aaron.
things. I don't even want that connection. But yeah, so I was at there's a coffee van out the back of my gym. When we go to the gym, me and a couple of blokes sit out there. They called out coffee for Monty, and I get up, and he goes to walk, and he goes, "Is your name Monty?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "My name's Monty." I go, "You're kidding?" And we got talking, and and then we blah blah blah, and then I said, "Oh, because me and this other guy, we do this thing," and he goes, "Oh, I mean." Because he told me he was thinking about becoming a celebrant, or he was doing the course, or something.
I don't think he's doing the course yet, but I think he's. I'm pretty sure he is Indian because I think he said that he's got
Well, background. I think he's born
600
here.
cousins or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there's
yeah.
been a lot of weddings in the family and whatever. So, I don't think he hasn't done it yet, but I don't know if he's started it or whatever.
Obviously,
But he MCs a lot of weddings.
we'll
for
obviously
his family.
fucking break his legs before that
Yeah.
happens. Monty Sharma is his name.
We should get him on the pod.
100%. The three Monties.
I think I have mentioned it to him. I think I messaged him once. I think when we first spoke about him on the pod, I sent him the clip.
He's too
About it.
polite for us, though, isn't he?
He's
Yeah.
a very.
He's-
He seemed like a very, very nice young man.
Yeah.
Not enough C-bombs.
No.
No. So here's one. Oh, this is for you, actually.
I love it.
This is I'm folding because I already had one thing on there, and I need to tell the second part of the folding in because they're connected, but I need to not identify a bunch of people involved.
Okay.
So the first one I want to identify purposely is I want to shout out Amy at Benin. She's the coordinator there.
I haven't had too much to do with that.
No, I haven't been there for a while. I mean, and this is no. She said, please don't. She was very worried about.
Please don't mention my name.
No. She was very worried about. She obviously listens to the pod.
Okay.
And she was very worried about what might occur. And she goes, so the first thing she said, she came out and introduced herself, was lovely. And then she said to me, and I was standing there with Nick Reed, Bryce Noon, and Sam Sanderson. And she came out, introduced herself to me, said, you know, we're going to get started soon. Like, all very professional, very excellent. She goes, is this your first time to Benin? And I just went, kind of just looked at her. And I think Bryce laughed out loud. And she said, oh, and I go, I've been here a bunch of times, but this is, you know,
First time in a while.
I'm 10 years deep.
Yeah.
I have been here before. But not since you've been here. Yeah, and she goes, and she's like, oh, is this going to make the pod? I'm like, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. But what I do want to say is she was incredibly helpful. Staff were incredibly helpful. When the meals got served, so they did entrees and then alternate
I
drop.
love that I'm here for the food content. That's
No,
why I'm
because
talking.
it's going to roll into one of your favourite things
Yeah,
about the food content.
Yeah, sick.
Entrees are served. So they did entrees and then, you know, alternate drop mains. Entrees are served. Vendors go and hide in a side room.
Yeah.
She comes and gets us. Oh, your entrees are in here. I beg your pardon?
Entrees.
Entrees.
High eyebrows.
Entrees. I fucking nearly fell over. And I was
Love
like,
that.
for us,
Treating the vendors kindly like they're real people. Love it.
fucking incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. I'd had an entree, I reckon, 8 years ago at Enzo. I think it was just, I think that, whatever the reason. I should also say Enzo always looks after you food-wise, always. But no venue do you get an entree.
I'm treated pretty well at anything that's Fennel & Co related.
Yeah.
So they always like
As
they.
is everyone.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, entree.
Yeah, you're not
and-
special, mate.
And,
No, but that's what I mean.
but also I'll say it. So
Amy,
Amy and the team at Benin, because as soon as it was clear that she was very worried that I was going to shit can on the pod, and this isn't why they did it, because I've heard from other vendors since that it's the same scenario.
Yeah.
I actually saw someone else, might have been Sarah Chippendale post, might not have been, but somebody going, oh, great wedding here. They really looked after by the Amy and the staff. And I was like, fuck yeah, me too, last week. So when we got the entrees, not just like the vendor version of the entree, it was just the entree. And then a main, which is the same as the main that everybody else got. And you're like, what is happening here? This is fucking incredible. And this is what I'll say to any venues out there. I'm not here telling you how to suck egg. I would far be it for me to give unsolicited advice to people. But vendors talk. And if you have an incredible fucking experience, I mean, I have this platform that I can do it out loud, but we would still be having this conversation amongst I'll go, fuck, I was at Benin. But so the flip side is,
I've got a fantastic story after this too, but I'm not going to say it on the pod because it'll bury someone.
right?
But yeah.
So same thing, and I'm also not going to mention this venue or the people involved because it'll be very pointed, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
Because the venue is actually a great venue, and I love working there, and they're good people.
Do you think, literally, if wedding vendors, but I'm not going to cut you off.
No.
But if everyone sat there and wrote a review, like a positive, all vendors, when they get their entree, just literally it's like Pavlov's dog ringing the bell or whatever.
Yeah.
Just every vendor as they get their entree just reviews it and writes a positive review at the end of it. Try and train venues to give us entrees.
But look, and to be honest, I don't even it was a nice treat.
Yeah, it's a nice
it was
gesture.
A treat, and
It's
it was
beautiful.
a nice gesture, and it was great. I don't expect
No,
that.
neither.
But what I do, so talking to another vendor just recently, who was at a venue, I'll say, I'm not going to name it, but it's a great venue. They're great people. There's nothing like you'd go, oh, they're shit. But the vendor meal came out, and I saw a photo of it. It was fish, your favourite. It's what made me think of you immediately.
Yeah, cool.
But the slice of the salmon was like about as
Paper
thick,
thin.
Oh, thick as your thumb.
Yeah, rad.
Half a baby carrot and whatever. And I was talking to this vendor about it. I was like, part of me is like, whatever. And part of me is like, from the couple's perspective,
They're paid for it.
what, 50, 60 bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
It's
more.
big money.
We had this chat on the weekend.
Yeah, it's decent money. And some venues are taking the piss. And just in as follow-up to that,
Yeah.
vendor I was talking to was there with another vendor. I was going to say what, but that might identify him as well, who was at this same venue 2 nights in a row. And the first night they were joking about what the size of the portion of fish was that we reckon they've cut it in half.
Yeah.
And given it like
Oh,
but the next night, this other vendor contacted the person I was talking to and said, we were 100% correct. They did cut it in half because I got exactly the same meal tonight with twice as much fish.
Yeah.
So there was obviously an issue the first night and I go, fuck it, we'll just cut the vendor stuff in half. And like I said, great venue, great people, but you're taking the piss. Also, we know, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
If it's not on here, it's going to be amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
As this person already did talking to me, going, fuck, should have seen this meal I got the other night.
Horrible.
And then, like, the other thing is, we know that the couple is paying like, if they're paying $10 a vendor meal, you'd go, fuck it, whatever, I'll have nuggets and chips. Half the time, I'd rather have nuggets and chips.
Nuggets and chips and spit in my face at the end of it.
Yeah.
$10.
There's a venue that
That sounds all right.
I'm literally just going to start packing my own food for, like, if I get many more at this other.
Weddings with Julie.
Yeah.
She'll pack it for you.
Julie.
Sorry,
Julie meal.
sorry,
You
just
get
real
your little
quickly.
goodie bag?
Yeah.
At
Very
that
cute,
Benin
yeah.
wedding, there was a camera booth, whatever it's called. What's it called?
Photo booth.
Photo booth. Thank
That's the
you.
word.
Are you having a stroke?
Yeah. Well, not in front of everyone.
Hold
but,
your arm up.
and he was like a younger bloke who was in pretty good nick, and he turned up in a singlet. We were like, is he going to wear that singlet all night? And he went and got a shirt on. But we said, mate, hey, there's an entree. It was like pork belly or something. Entrees, mate. And he was like, no, I've packed my own. I'm on meal plan, so I've brought all my own. And I was like, excellent. pulled his fucking plate of pork belly over.
Oh god.
But yeah, anyway, I will conclude that with shout out to Amy from Benin. Incredible stuff.
It's great. People do talk about it. Like if you are treated, if you feel like you're treated well at the end of something, like, and no one wants anything beyond what a guest is getting. It's just adequately timed so you're not completely shoveling everything in the try and fit
We've
it.
also talked before. I saw it online and we talked about it, and it's very much against the grain. But that logistically, there's an argument the vendor should be fed first.
I don't think that. I just think it should.
When we talked about it, we said after the wedding party.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like it.
Because especially with daylight savings times, or like, it's always a fuck up with the timeline that the reception starts, and as soon as that wedding table's going to get fed, you need to be taking them out for photos. So it's either you push it back and they get fed when they come back, or you smash it out. But if you smash it out with them, you've got to be eating at the same time as them to do that.
I love venues that have flexibility in how they do something. So I had a venue not all that long ago where I'm like, the couple ran behind because of hair and makeup, and it wasn't their fault either. There was just a miscommunication in timings from a bride who hasn't been married
We should
before.
get Bryce on. He loves going on rants about hair and makeup.
It's hair and makeup weren't at fault. It's just that the bride had communicated a timeline to her. The timeline wasn't realistic.
And like you just said, most people, first wedding, they don't understand.
They
don't know how
understand the
timelines work.
Yeah, they were off site. They were finishing hair and makeup 20 minutes before the ceremony started. It was set up to fail from the beginning.
Yeah.
But this venue was like, you need to sacrifice your time as a photographer so that we can get entrees out. And I said, well, they've said to me that their priority was, it sounds so cocky, but their priority was photos and me.
Yeah.
And they had their dead grandmother's car there that they needed photos in. It's a vintage.
I thought you were going to say carcass then.
Dead grandmother's car. And he proposed at this certain spot they want to go for photos, which is off site.
Proposed in the car with grandma in it and fucking killed her.
Like weekend at Bernie style.
But I went to the venue. I'm like, hey, any chance of like, I get that you're giving me 20 minutes now, but that's not feasible.
Yeah.
Any chance you could start serving the entrees to everyone else and keep their entrees hot, serve them last when they come in, so we can make sure that the timeline works. And the venue were like, no, all the time that doesn't really work how we work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I really wish that everyone knew how to pivot, or you were thinking about the couple first, not.
The problem is, in those circumstances, and this is me trying to be nice, because I agree. Because when I meet with couples and we talk, and I'm doing the MC and we're talking about the reception, I'm like, look, I'm loosey-goosey. Like, we got a timeline. We'll try and work with it. I said the things that won't move, if the kitchen tells you food's coming out at 6 o'clock, invariably, there's the odd occasion where the kitchen is pretty good. Like AP, for example, they'll go, Peggy, who's the head kind of weight person there, and she's in between me and Ben. She'll come out and say, how many speeches, because they do the run sheet the way I like it, where you come in, do a couple of speeches, then there's some food, blah, blah. How many speeches? She said, I can give you an extra 10 minutes. And I go, great, I don't think we'll need it. That's great. They'll give you a bit of wiggle room.
Yeah.
But I've done one, I think I've talked to you about it before. It was a place on the Central Coast, so I won't name it. But, we had 2 dad speeches to open. One of them ran, 45 seconds over.
Yeah.
And there's a big pair of swinging doors out of the kitchen into the place where everybody eats. Dad's making an emotional speech, almost finishing up.
Boom, doors open.
Boom, doors open. People start bringing out plates. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Fucking hell.
It was the rudest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And there's some kitchens, and I understand from a chef's perspective, and I'll use the term chef loosely because we know some great chefs who work in kitchens and do that. A lot of venues, it's a cook, but they go, this is ready now.
Yes.
This is my thing, and it needs to be right. If it's fish, for example.
Yeah.
If the fish
Needs
stays
to
in
get
an extra
served
minute,
right now.
it's
Yeah.
overdone.
Yeah.
But
it needs to be served now.
It's
And
a
I get that.
That's a very type A personality thing. Rather than
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
about the actual experience for the couple, they're
100%.
thinking about themselves in that
Yeah, yeah,
particular
yeah.
moment,
Yeah.
which isn't really it's no one's wrong,
No.
but it's not necessarily thinking about the couple's experience.
We've had some vendors lately, and again, I'll need to dance around this slightly, where, look, you know what? I was going to bring up one specifically, but I'm going to bring up another one.
Mine will pair perfectly into one of my subjects that I have,
Go.
so you keep going.
No,
So-
no. Mine was going to be, and it was on my list, and I've been umming and ahhing about whether I should say
I'll go to
anything.
mine, and you can jump in if you think yours is relevant at the end.
Yeah,
and if
yeah.
you want to
It'll
burn
still be
yourself.
relevant. It's just the particular type of vendor who takes it, who I would argue isn't in the top 5 important people in the day.
Oh, everyone has their own.
Who
Everyone
take-
thinks they're important.
who takes their role incredibly seriously, and I always find it very amusing.
Well,
But
there's
anyway,
an argument to be had that most celebrants think that's them because they
well, it
get
is
the
us.
tip.
There's no wedding without us, mate.
No, but no.
No one's getting
it's true,
fucking
it's
married.
true, it's
no
true.
one's getting fucking married.
Outside of that, where they think it is like a lordship has been
Oh,
bestowed under them.
no.
Like,
I mean, you know me. I'll work in.
no.
I'll fucking anybody.
You're happy just to get the job done.
Yeah, but I'm like you though. I want to make the couple comfortable and happy,
100%.
and if that means moving shit around, then you move
Yeah.
shit around.
I also don't. If the couple says that, we're not a huge fan of photos, I will slim that time down. I don't care
Course.
about me.
Yeah.
In that scenario, I'm just trying to do the job that they're paid for in the priority list, in the way that they want it done.
And the flip side of that is, in back to talking about that, I've worked with some where the couple is clearly like that, and the photographer clearly has
Keeps pushing.
a list of things that
They want.
things that they want to hit.
Yeah.
and they're driving the couple into it, and you can see it happening, and you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It happens heaps more with photographers just not being able to read that body language of
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
done. They're cooked.
Yeah.
yeah.
And keep pushing. You know people I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about that same person. Anyway, back around to
But you haven't got a microphone. Shut up.
back around to the subject I was talking about. Lincoln and I had a wedding a few weeks ago where the MC was treating it like a comedy routine. The friend of the couple had said, this venue is
so it didn't land then.
you
Let him
jump
go,
ahead.
let him
Let me
go.
get.
Let him cook.
Let me breathe. But essentially, they did this walk-in, and speeches were happening right after the walk-in. But I told the couple in advance, I'm like, hey, look, because your venue's super backlit, we will need to use lights for your walk-in, and then we need to turn them around for speeches. So make sure your MC knows that we probably need a couple of minutes to pivot.
Couple of minutes. It's the same when you go out of the last speech into the dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Folks, take a couple of minutes to move up there. Our good friends and photographers are just going to get set up. We're going to be up there in a couple of minutes. We'll see you soon.
100%. But this is a friend, not
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah,
The couple have told them they need a couple of minutes. Lincoln has already gone and had this conversation with the person. But I look at them and I'm like, they're not going to give a shit.
No.
So I look at the DJ straight away and I'm like, if she walks over to the barrel, can you fade her?
Yeah.
Just the moment that you see,
I
if
think
she
you and
looks
I
like
have
she's
had this-
going to
I think
start,
you told me about this.
this is only a week ago.
Oh.
So if they walk over that barrel, fade them.
No, we had a conversation on the phone.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If they go over the barrel, just fade them so we can prep ourselves. Because realistically, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to do the job for people. If we miss something because someone else is completely taking it upon themselves to fuck shit up, I don't care. I'm doing my job in the pace that in a very quick manner and an efficient manner, but this person just did not care about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, walk over to the barrel. DJ does exactly what's said, fades them. They're trying to get attention and trying to get it all going.
Yeah.
And I walk over and I'm like, are you about to start speeches? And they're like, oh, I'm about to just do a bit of a story at the start about us and then we're going into speeches. I'm like,
No.
We need that. So just wait a minute. And they're like, okay, well, you tell me your name right now. And I'm like, it's Will. And I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. Already knew straight away.
Yeah.
This person used the entirety of the RMC speech, every start of it, to just
Are you ready,
shit on me.
Will?
Yes. Every single time. But worse than that, they were picking a new thing every time to try and do it.
Oh, fuck, that makes me red.
Oh, so
I'm furious for you.
so
I'm
I'm there.
flip this fucking table.
I was that exact person right now. I'm like, I'm being professional in this moment. We're setting up, and I'm like, I'm just
So
done.
this was a friend?
This is a friend. But what they don't realize in that moment is they are fucking up their coverage. What happened at the end of those speeches? We finished all of that, and Lincoln and I just walked out the back to decompress for like half an hour. We were fuming. So this person has lost half an hour of coverage because we're trying to reset so we can be professional at the end of it, because this one arsehole has taken it upon themselves to actively go and derail their friend's wedding because they think they're more important than the sum of all the parts.
Yeah.
fuck.
So
Weird.
it just ruined me. It ruined the day. Like, we were having the most perfect day up until that point, and everything had gone perfectly. Everything was catered perfectly towards the couple, and this one person got up and just thought that they were more than. And at no point were we behind. The one point that we were chasing our tail was the point that they were warned about. No other point were we behind. It was
Yeah,
the 1
yeah,
minute
yeah.
where we asked for 2 minutes of change time. But yeah,
You'd love that.
go into yours now. What did you have loaded in?
Hang on, sorry.
I said that the most political way that I could, right?
When you said, you gave enough details then, that's why I question you, was it a friend? Because there's actually like 2, maybe 3 in my mind,
Of celebrants.
celebrants, that I could
It was a friend.
that I reckon could do that.
Yeah.
And
I'm one of them. No.
We have no issues. Almost never when it's a celebrant or any type of professional. They're
except for
always
Bob Gatter in Queensland.
except for Bob Gatter. But we rarely ever have any type of trouble with someone who's a paid professional doing it.
Well, my opener is always to a videographer. Where do you want them to stand?
Yeah.
That's that. Well, as soon as we walk into the reception, where do you want them to stand?
We will pivot. If something goes wrong, we will adjust and make it work.
Yeah.
But it's not, at the end of the day, I don't care. It's at the detriment of your friend's product that they're paying for.
Yeah.
Like,
I was when you what I was thinking about then when you were talking about that. I mean, it's well within your power now to make a supercut of a speech where you cutting words out to make them say anything you want.
Yeah.
It's going to sound so catty, but that person, I was like, I actively just didn't. I was so disgusted with them. I was avoiding photos of them for the whole back of the night.
Yeah.
I was just like, no, I don't want to be near you.
What do you know? What their background was like?
Oh no,
Apart
they're
from
clearly.
being
But I was like, are they a professional speaker?
No, they're clearly the loud, sassy one of the group.
right.
So that was
people
all.
like that.
Yeah, that's you.
There's a difference though between a sassy cunt and somebody.
I didn't say that.
Sorry.
Just in case anyone says that, it's just that was.
Also, Lincoln, we need to clip that, send it to Kez.
We haven't said who
Cut
it is.
that out entirely, actually.
Sassy cunt.
It's upsetting. It's
just
annoying.
Yeah.
That's the problem. When you said they did the comedy routine thing, I feel like whenever there's a really bad story about an MC and it's because they did one thing and they stuck with it for the whole night, but it never worked for them from the start, and they continued doing it.
She just clearly had a vendetta against me.
Yeah.
And kept bringing it up, and there was no laugh every time, but it was a fuck you. It was an intentional fuck you. So every time they do it, nothing lands. There's no clapping. There's no laughing.
There's a fine line.
But it's in the footage.
It's in the footage. I'm going to leave it. Like, I'm leaving it in the video. It happened.
Yeah.
So they're going to look back at that whole video and just going, why did they have such a problem with?
Is that what
The
you
light's
said?
running at 6%. The light was running so light that it was the same brightness as the twinkly lights.
Fuck! What a piece of shit.
Yep. But it just
Oh.
was choosing to make problems every single time something happened. We went over the cake cut, clearly see that we were ready before her, and chose to go, all right, guys, Steven Spielberg, you ready now? And I'm like, I'm just sitting there just fuming internally.
Actually, I've got one. It's not on the site, not that close. But wedding recently. I'm not going to give too many details away.
Oh, wait,
I'll try.
Why start now?
I'll try not to. But you know, like.
Anyway,
you
Jenny from Woolgoolga.
You wouldn't have ever seen me wear fucking pants
Never.
that cover the boots.
No.
Always pants inside the boots.
Sure.
Stock brand.
Exactly. This fuckwit comes up to me at a wedding.
Get a guest or a professional?
Guest, waiting for the couple to come back from photos, about to launch into the reception. So I don't really have time for fucking have a chat.
Chit chat.
And he's like, he was walked past me, pissed as a nit, walked past me to go and piss in the fucking scrub. I was like, oh yeah, you do all right, but I fucking can't come at that fucking gay pants in the boots bullshit. I said, that's all right, mate. You're not paying me to be here. You don't have to come at the fucking pants in the boots thing.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not telling you to wear them.
Yeah.
Like he would.
Plus, I don't want you to come in your
This cunt
boots.
would not let up, and it went on like just an uncomfortably long amount of time.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to take the whip off me, and I'm there like I couldn't remove myself from that spot.
Yeah.
Because I had to wait for the car to then
Yeah.
do the entrance. So I'm fucking
Stuck.
I'm bogged there with this fuckwit that wouldn't leave. And then after he's just been a fucking homophobic piece of shit for like 5 minutes. Anyways, yeah, my missus showed me all your reels and we were going to book you for hours, but you won't be wearing those fucking gay pants. I said, I'll save you the trouble, mate.
You're
Don't
not
send the
getting booked.
inquiry because I won't be doing your fucking wedding.
Oh.
Oh, what do you mean? I said, I get to pick and choose who I work for and I won't be fucking working for you.
Right. That's perfect.
Yeah,
And then
that's
he-
excellent.
And then he got a bit fucking butt hurt and then tried to get the whip
Imagine
again.
having
and then
to
the car
explain that to
turned
your
up.
partner.
And I was like, it was a fucking great day. It wasn't like, you know, if it was just an okay wedding and an okay kind of
Yeah.
performance, then you'd be really worried about how that situation could impact your, you know, what
The rest of your night.
But I was like, nah, fucking knock this one out of the park.
Yeah.
And I drove 15 hours to fucking be here.
Yeah.
So they really appreciate me and the fact I'm fucking there.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, good day, good night, good feedback. I don't give a fuck about this dickhead. Never met him before. We'll never see him again.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not doing your fucking wedding. That was months ago. I that reminded me, that fuckwit at yours.
Yeah.
Made me think
Out
of
of
it.
curiosity, age? Because
Old enough to know better.
35.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, would have been
young
30s.
Young enough to know better then.
Yeah.
Because like you shouldn't have that sort of opinion in our
Yeah,
age
and
bracket.
it
If you're a
wasn't-
boomer,
Exactly. It wasn't that kind of 50,
I'm
60.
assuming in the bush somewhere.
Yeah.
yeah, so they're about. Yeah, sorry, I was about to say something, but it's
no-
a little bit behind, like
Yeah,
in regards
yeah.
to like where things sit.
Oh well, no. Let's just
Can
say.
I tag
I was
on
just
to
going to
this?
say on that
You go.
statistically, just to back up what you were saying without just being
Statistically, he'll die from a snake bite because he'll try and catch the snake, it'll bite him again.
No, yeah, well, no. But what I was going to say is, if you look at general elections, big cities are generally Labor left leaning,
Left,
and the country is generally Bob Catter, Barnaby Joyce material, and which is that kind of
Yeah.
what we're saying there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I had a wedding on. I'm not going to give too much context to this, but I had an older gentleman with. I had a female second shooter with me. A lot of tattoos. Totally fine. But they said this older gentleman turned over to them. No context. Hadn't spoken to my second shooter before.
I'm already excited by
How
what's
come he's
coming.
fucking
No
man.
context, and just goes, oh, like those tattoos. I hope you're feeding your kids all right. I hope you do it. Like literally straight into just like.
Hoping
literally
you're
just-
feeding your kids.
Yeah,
what does
yeah,
that
just-
mean?
just
Instead of
assume-
spending your money on tattoos,
Oh, I see.
This
which is
literally
a
was-
slippery slope to. So, you know, are you buying meth or are you buying...
yeah.
It was very much targeted that way. Picked it. She's younger. She's like mid-20s, and just chose to like literally do it. And I'm so glad because she was sitting there just ready to tee off on this guy. I'm like, knowing it's my business. I'm like,
Yeah.
but yeah, literally that type of attitude. It's not okay ever.
I did.
And because I was sober.
Yeah.
I was driving home. It's like I am way too fucking
I did-
sober for this shit right now.
I did one where it was couple was lovely, everyone was lovely. He was in one of the armed forces and had a bunch of his people that he'd worked with over the years there, and speeches were on. I might have spoken this 400 years ago, but everything was fine. And then just one bloke who was blind. Just no, but you can't. You got to save it. No, listen. I'm going to save this. You got to write a note because I'm going to finish this and we're finished this because Lincoln just told me we're at about 40 something minutes at the moment.
I've got one more bit.
No,
at the end of this
no,
too.
you can't have it. No. I'm just going to finish this. I'm going to finish it. Where this one bloke kept yelling stuff out, and like the mum was making the emotional speech. I think the dad might have passed away. It was all very emotional. This bloke just kept was a lone voice in the crowd heckling, and at one point was like, I think he dropped the homophobic slur that starts with F out loud.
Oh, my God.
And I'm looking at people sitting next to him going, shut your mate up. Like, what the fuck?
Back
Anyway, when we were doing that finished, and I was like, oh, that bloke's on my list. And we went out, we're having a few beers, and I think vendor meals getting served outside. And the bloke came up to say something to me, and he goes, and he was like, he must have popped a mouthful off a few people. And so he's come up blind. Oh, mate, like a sorry but not sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about yelling out before. I said, that's all right, mate. I just assumed you'd been hit in the head with a brick. Cut that last and he and the same thing, he's like, what? And a couple of his mates laughed, and I said, I thought there was something wrong with you, mate. That's the reason I let you go.
I just assumed you hear off the bus.
Funny about this, he says cut that out. Lincoln has cut this out before.
I know.
Because exactly the same way.
No, I dropped that.
It's just that you said some bloke was blind, and that's what...
How long is it? Save it.
Sorry.
Hear about the blind bloke next week. See you next Tuesday.
I'm going to go.